up, everyone? My name is John Big Church Hatchett. I'm at the very own Carter G. Woodson Library, where we just unveiled a new exhibit that spotlights our very own founder, Reverend Dr. Addie Wyatt. The name of the exhibit is called Faith in the Struggle.
Well, it is extraordinary. Yeah. Actually, I'm learning so much because I knew that Reverend Addie and Reverend Claude. Okay. But what I'm finding out just in this thing I'm looking at here is the relationship that they had with Roberta Martin and with the gospel music greats in Chicago that we read about in our history.
So much of her life, I believe, was wrapped into the church that I now pastor. It was her faith, I also believe, that allowed her to endure the struggle.
What do you think about this exhibit?
Wonderful. I think it's well-deserving, but it's great. I've been knowing Reverend Addie since, I think, about 1978, and feel that all of this is deserving.
Most of you know about her from her civil rights work and her church work. But how many of you know that she was Time Magazine's Woman of the Year in 1975? How many of you know that she was listed in Ebony Magazine's 100 Influential Black Americans from 1980 to 1984? How many of you know that the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists established the Addie Wyatt Award in her honor in 1987? She was a member of the International Civil Rights Hall of Fame. All of these things were a result of her yes I can attitude and her faith in God.
It is an honor to listen to her words of wisdom that she taught us. She taught us music, but first the Bible. She taught us by precept and example. And the same things that she taught us, she taught the children in the neighborhood and countless men and women all over the world.
What did you think about the exhibit?
I thought it was phenomenal. It touched on so many phases of her life. I think it was just simply beautiful.
She believed that the labor, economic development was what was necessary for the uplifting of all of us, and she certainly contributed to it.
And she personified for people like myself and many others that in this world where obstacles, all kind of barriers are placed in front of you to make you believe that continuous is impossible. She emphasized the notion over many, many experiences. The impossible, we do that immediately.
I consider it a privilege this afternoon to remind all of us how important the work of our sister Addie Wyatt did to contribute to the success of the labor movement in bringing about the assurance of fair play for workers everywhere. When I asked myself what was one of the words I could use that would adequately describe our sister Addie Wyatt, in searching my own dictionary that contains over 185,000 entries, there's only one in mind that seems to fit her perfectly. That word is extraordinary.
Well, I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's very comprehensive, and it shows all the dimensions of Addie Wyatt's life. She was just a remarkably complex person.
Dr. King acknowledged that the first $10,000 that he received in Montgomery came from Addie Wyatt and Charlie Hayes. They brought $10,000 to Montgomery for that boycott. That stood out in his mind.
I was so happy to know that they were celebrating the life and work of Addie Wyatt, who was my best friend in the world.
Faith in the Struggle runs right now through February 2014. Do not miss it. My name is John Big Church Hatchett. Peace.